I am going to do something a little bit sneaky here to make our life easier. Can you factor something out of the denominator?
Yeah.
Namely what?
12.
8, yeah. So this is 1/8, 3 plus I over minus 4 plus 3I. If you can do something like that, that'll make life easier. If you can't, you can still proceed. It's just going to be nasty and have big numbers. So once I've done that, then how do we rationalize the denominator in the sense of, like, how do we, it's not really rationalize, how do we make the denominator become real? The thing here is if we have x plus iy and we multiply by x minus iy, what happens? So this is like the product of z and z bar. We get x squared plus ixy minus ixy minus I squared y squared. So multiplying by the complex conjugate of a complex number makes the imaginary parts cancel out, and it just leaves us with x squared plus y squared. So that's a critical observation. That means if we multiply by the conjugate of a complex number, we're going to make it real. So what we do in light of that is we multiply this one by minus 4 minus 3i over minus 4 minus 3i. So we're multiplying by the number 1, but we made the number 1 such that when we multiply the denominators, we're going to get a real number. So in short, you just look at your denominator, switch whatever's the coefficient of I to minus whatever's there, and multiply by that. But you can't just multiply by that because that would change the expression, right? So we have to also multiply the top by that to be fair. And so what do we get? Um, 3 times minus 4 plus 3 times minus 3i plus I times minus 4 plus I times minus 3i. There, I just distributed it all out there for you to see in gory detail. And what happens when we multiply the denominators? Goodness gracious. So I get 16. Remember, we're going to get these guys canceling. So I get like a minus 12i plus 12i. The imaginary pieces cancel. And we get 3i times minus 3i, which actually gives me minus 9i squared, which is plus 9. So I get plus 9. I knew that was going to happen because of this like general algebraic idea. And so that's 25. What's 25 times 8? How much? If you got 8 quarters, how much money you got? What's that? 200. Yeah, 200 cents. You remember we used to have change. Some kind of conspiracy. Get rid of all the change. Think about it. Sorry. It's a stupid joke, but I stand by it. Anyway, minus 12. What we got? We got minus 12. This gives me plus 3. So it looks like I've got minus 9 over 200 plus I times minus 13 over 200. How can you check your answer on a problem like this? What's that? Go to math? Oh, photomath. Photomath. I don't know photomath. Photo math, huh?
Oh, I don't think that's what I meant.
So this is a website. Oh man, I didn't put wolfram.com in. I put www.wolframalpha.com. So what was our problem? You're like, you mean you actually have to type? Yeah, I know. At that photo math, it sounds like you didn't even have to type it, did you? You just take a picture and it tells you, huh?
It's pretty great, actually. Not all the time.
It's too bad we can't use photo math on the test, huh?
Too bad when we don't want them in the classrooms, I'll be sitting there looking at cross-eyed.
So, did I get the same? I mean, there's a lot of arithmetic steps I made. So, he got 9. This gets 9 over 200 minus 13i over 200. Yeah, that's what we got. And if you, I mean, I don't know. I like to use this actually a lot to check arithmetic. And this, it's like step-by-step solution. Well, actually, sometimes, you know, oh, GoPro now. So if you give them money, then they'll show you the steps. Is it photo math show you the steps of the money? It's free. Sometimes you got to pay.
So many steps.
Only show so many. See, yeah, this is actually a really big challenge for teaching online calculus because, like, how do you make sure students aren't just using one of these websites to do your problems, right? Well, one of the ways is that these websites will tell you to do problems sometimes in some kind of crazy way. So they'll give you steps, but they're steps no human would ever make. And so when you see about the third student make the same set of totally illogical, off-the-wall, crazy way to solve the problem, you start going, huh, I wonder what I'm going to find at PhotoMath. or whatever it was. There's a dozen of these websites, yeah. It could be. I mean, if you'd like. I mean, there are likely to be at least so I would say one of the problems which is likely to be on the test, not this problem, well, I want to say, I would think problem 7 and problem 8 are very likely something like those problems, like, you know, factor completely and solve, and, you know, I mean, that's something that should definitely be covered on the test. But you know, when I make a test, I try to cover everything that we've covered in the course within a reasonable amount of time. So that's generally what I do. I try not to leave anything out if I can. So, except for those word problems, which I already told you I wasn't going to cover. So relax. Can you hit the stop record for me? Thanks. You got it?